putting an end to identity politics. This is the Kevin Jackson Radio Show.
Welcome back, everybody. Kevin Jackson here. It is the Kevin Jackson Show. KJRadio.com. We talk about everything here. We're going to talk about sports. You guys want to talk sports? Because there's some important things going on in sports right now. I bet you have been riveted to your sports channel. What sports do you guys follow? Follow baseball? Okay, so you're probably watching, the playoffs, or when they're going to, who's going to make it the race, right? The pennant race is what they call it. Hockey, I don't know. What sports are going on right now? Football starting up? You watching football? I'm not watching football. Colin Kaepernick's got a new story. He came to the defense of Michael Bennett. And what a joke. Well, maybe we'll talk about it next week because we're not going to have time today. I just don't want to waste any time on it. But there's a lot of sports going on. But the biggest thing in sports is happening right now that's not being talked about. The WNBA Finals. Are you following this? Who's going to win the WNBA Playoffs and finally end up in the finals? And then whatever. Well, they get a trophy, right? What's the biggest contract in the WNBA? Do you know? I'm just curious. I know one girl in the WNBA. You want to know why? Because when all the brouhaha was going on over gay athletes, this woman is a gay athlete, and she was truly the first, quote, pro athlete who came out as gay. I think her name is like Tiffany something. Black chick, light-skinned black chick. And then later on, she had allegations. Get this, she Ray Riced her significant other, like beat her up. She's a butch-looking girl. But yeah, but she was the first openly gay pro athlete. But they didn't count her. They said I think it was Jason Collins was the first openly gay pro athlete. Then next came Michael Sams, who was never a pro athlete. But the real first was Tiffany. I think it's Tiffany Groner, something like that. Does that ring a bell? Yeah. So she was the first real gay athlete. But here's my point. To all of this discussion that we're having, you don't follow the women's NBA, do you? I don't. I don't even know who's playing. Look up who's playing because I want to know. I want to do it before we even go on break. I want to know who's playing in the WNBA and who's got the biggest contract in the WNBA. But and look, those girls are skilled. Have you seen videos of these? There's a little young girl. She's probably 12. And her dream is to play basketball in the NBA, to be the first woman to play in the NBA. You should see this girl. Her dribble skills are awesome. And I don't know if she'll make it. I wish her luck. I hope she's that good. I remember when Nancy Lieberman and I used to play ball together, Nancy Lieberman-Klein and Rhonda Rompola, and these girls could play. They could flat out hoop. Love being on their team. I learned more about basketball playing with those chicks than I learned my entire life playing with dudes. Serious. They had some amazing technique. Anyway, the WNBA playoffs is going on. I don't know who's playing. You don't know who's playing. If I took the average American and I said, name me one player in the WNBA by name, I think most people would be hard pressed. Unless you have a daughter that's a baller, you don't need. Kevin, what? You might as well ask me to tell you in Chinese and to write it down in Chinese, because nobody know, you ain't paying attention to that. But there's a sports channel dedicated to it. And look, if I had daughters, I'd probably be more tuned in. But I don't want to see chick basketball, and it isn't because they're not good. Like I told you, I watched this young girl that wants to make it to the NBA. Wow, she's awesome. She's amazing. But are you glued to the WNBA? When they went to, was it Title 8 or Title 9, one of them, that said all the sports money needed to be equal and girls needed their own programs and all that. Whew. And I'm not going to be mad at people for wanting that. A lot of the nation is made up of people with daughters. And they want their daughters to play. But what do you think finances most of the stuff that's going on in colleges and universities. They're big sports programs. They're men's sports programs. That's what does it. Men's sports programs bring in so much money. That's why the athletes are going, why don't we get paid? It's a multi-billion-dollar business, the NCAA, and the guys are going, we need to get some money. Come on now. Can't say I blame them. They're over there struggling, having eat cup ramen and crazy stuff, selling blood. I knew athletes when I was in school sold blood, sold plasma. Y'all think I'm kidding? I'm not kidding at all. They sold plasma to make ends meet, and in some cases, to get a little extra. And the schools tried to help them. If you were a blue chip athlete, you got whatever you wanted. They finagled it, but you got it. But if you were a guy that just filled out the roster, man, you struggled. It was very difficult. But anyway, I look at this WNBA, I look at the outcome of whatever, Title 8 or Title 9, and I just think to myself, look, I'm happy these girls are making money, doing the thing they love, playing sports and all that. But there's a part of me that feels, I don't want to say sorrow, but there's an emptiness that says, who cares, man? I mean, look, I get it. We want it to be equal in the sense of gender, but it's not, even giving the girls their league, what people watch. They watch Stephen Curry. They watch LeBron James. They don't want to see these girls, no matter how talented they are, because they know deep in their heart that the girls don't match up to the guys. They can't do the gorilla dunks and all the things that guys do. That's the problem. But they shouldn't fret it. But we spent all this money on whatever the title number is. I forget what title 9 or whatever, and we've got a rinky-dink league that I don't know what's the viewership. So my producer came through and he says there are 2 divisions, 2 conferences. They're called conferences, Eastern and Western. 6 teams in each conference. Liberty is leading in the Eastern Conference, and Lynx is in the Western Conference. Now, Lynx and Sparks, Lynx has won 27 games, lost 7. Sparks has won 26 games and lost 8. While on the Eastern side, Liberty's won 22 games and lost 12. And Sun has won 21 games, and lost 13. So those are the major teams. They're a game apart at the top. In the Eastern Conference, the lowest team is Fever. Somebody get them some help. And the lowest team in the Western are the Stars. Lost a lot of games. So, and I don't know who will finish up. I don't know whose record. Those are the records of the top 2 teams in each division. And let's face it, they'll probably end up facing off those 2 teams. And then, a winner will be picked. But I don't think most people care. So let's take a look at salaries. This article says, it's no secret that the basketball players in the WNBA are grossly underpaid when compared to their male counterparts in the NBA. Holy Lily Ledbetter. Seriously? They say, despite the fact, I love this, that they are essentially doing the same job. Even the most skilled WNBA player makes a fraction of what an NBA player who is benched a majority of the season may earn. For example, NBA 2016 MVP Stephen Curry made a whopping $11.4 million last season. Meanwhile, Nneka Ogumilike, the reigning WNBA MVP, who is one of the highest paid players, earned a mere $95,000 in 2016, the max salary in the league. She made $95,000. You know what? That's $95,000 that girl probably loves. She's doing what she loves and she's making money at it. She's good. I've seen her. They said, well, all ballers dream of one day playing professionally. The average WNBA rookie can expect to earn a disappointing $36,500 for the year. WNBA players with at least 3 years earn $55,000, and the average player is paid $72,000. and they get bonuses and all kinds of stuff. Doesn't amount to a hill of beans, a shoe contract, a shoe deal, anything for Stephen Curry and all them. But it isn't equal. It's what the cost will bear. And apparently, like me, people aren't waiting around with bated breath to see what's going on in the WNBA. But you can bet somebody's going to make a gender issue out of this.
He won't stop until he's the top-rated radio talk show host in America.
What kind of weird competitive freak are you?
This is the Kevin Jackson Radio Show.